Good morning, everybody. Happy Wednesday. It is 9 in the morning and we just finished having a huge Saturday, well really weekend breakfast. Last night Matt had to go back into work and he was at work from I think he left around 8 p.m. and he didn't get home till around 2 a.m. So I thought I'd treat him to a big breakfast. I don't usually do these during the weeks, to be completely honest, weekdays. So we made a big mess and now we gotta clean it up. Also today, I'm gonna be in the kitchen. We are going to attempt to make Play-Doh for Paul. It was in our LovEvery box this time, a recipe of how to make your own Play-Doh. Paul's starting to really like to do arts and crafts kind of thing. We already have crayons. I found some chunky colored pencils that I want to order for him eventually. And he's really getting into things like that, arts and crafts, sensory stuff. I didn't film it, but over the weekend we did another sensory project. It just kind of came to me, I found a bin in our pantry of stale Honey Nut Cheerios and I was going to throw them away, but I was like, you know what, this is the perfect size for a sensory bin. And I've been looking up a lot of sensory stuff. I'm just kind of about doing it because it looks like it makes a bloody mess, some of them. And plus I also have concerns about him eating the stuff. Like I saw people doing it with lentils or rice. I mean, not that he can't eat raw lentils or rice, but I don't know. I was just avoiding it. So I did a Pyrex dish, a 9x13 because it's heavy. And I read somebody liked to do that so that they're less likely to flip it over. So I did that. I filled it with the Honey Nut Cheerios and I put just some scoops and spoons and he had a blast and was playing with that by himself for about 30 minutes. We are going to make the Play-Doh today. I'll just give him a bunch of little things to play with the Play-Doh. I'll show him how to play with the Play-Doh and we'll see if he likes it. Maybe he does, maybe he doesn't. It's raining. All right, let's clean up this kitchen. It's disgusting.
Maybe I was blind, known you forever while I tried to find someone that could be my great love. Right in front of me, I didn't realize you were my dream. So you took me by surprise. Oh yeah, even in my wildest dreams, I didn't think we were destined to be. And now you're laying next to me. Everything feels like oh yeah. Wanna give you every part of me. I can't believe this is reality. And now you're laying next to me. Everything feels like oh yeah. I'm just curious, when did you know you had feelings for me? Maybe somehow we've always known that we have chemistry, but always chasing after someone else. So this took me by surprise. Oh yeah, even in my wildest dreams, I didn't think we were destined to be. And now you're laying next to me. Everything feels like oh yeah. Wanna give you every part of me. I can't believe this is reality. And now you're laying next to me. Everything feels like oh yeah. Even in my wildest dreams, even in my wildest dreams. Oh yeah, even in my wildest dreams, I didn't think we were destined to be. And now you're laying next to me. Everything feels like oh yeah. Wanna give you every part of me. I can't believe this is reality. And now you're laying next to me. Everything feels like oh yeah.
I've been dreaming so much lately about your face when you're smiling. It's the only thing that saves me. Hey, I don't know if I told you that I think you're beautiful, and how I can't wait to hold you. Yeah, you pull me up when I'm falling down, and I don't know how I would do without you. Yeah, you pull me up when I'm falling down. Hey, now look into my eyes. You can use them as a mirror, baby. You're my ticket to paradise. Hey, now everything's alright. We've been longing for each other, and it feels like I'm on cloud nine. I don't wanna be without you. This is something that I know for sure. It's just something about you. I just want more. Tell me what you wanna do right now. Tell me what you wanna do tonight. I really don't care as long as I'm with you. Hey, now look into my eyes. You can use them as a mirror, baby. You're my ticket to paradise. Hey, now everything's alright. We've been longing for each other, and it feels like I'm on cloud nine. Look into my eyes, you can use them as a mirror. You're my ticket to paradise. Hey, now look into my eyes, you can use them as a mirror, baby. You're my ticket to paradise. Hey, now everything's alright. We've been longing for each other, and it feels like I'm on cloud nine. Falling down, and I don't know how I would do without you. Yeah, you pull me out when I'm falling down.
So we're up here in Paul's room because I wanted to show you our new routine of sorts. So I'm reading a Montessori toddler, I think is what it's called. Actually, I'm not reading it, it's on Audible. So I'm kind of trying to incorporate Montessori-esque with Paul's age group. So one of the things we started doing this week was dressing yourself. I don't really want to get a Montessori wardrobe because I don't need more stuff. I'm trying to make do with what I have. I have this towel bar on the back of both Paul's room and the guest room because I have a ridiculously tiny linen closet. Let me show you. This is what I have to work with for towels. When we first moved in, I had Matt put these here, and originally I had a nice set of towels. This was a guest room, so was the other one. I've since just used them for blankets, which has worked out really, really well. I'm going to use this small bar to put some shirts, and there's a hanger there. Paul picks a shirt every morning. He really enjoys this, more than I actually thought he would. So I put 3 shirts out. When he first wakes up, he chooses one, and now that he's decided on what he's going to wear, I don't leave these out all day because he will just play with them. So I just put them back in his closet. And then at nighttime we do the same thing. I put 2 sets of PJs here and he gets to pick his PJs. I also let him pick out his pants. Right now he only has 3 pairs of pants, so it's pretty easy. I think what I'm going to do with this little bookshelf, which we do have these bumper guards so it's not going to hurt him, and the drawer has one of those baby safe things. I think what I'm going to do, right now I just have 2 toys in there. This little basket, I think I might put his brush, socks, and pants in here and let him pull this out because it's kind of in the same area as the shirts so that he can dress himself. He did pick out socks he wanted to wear today. I thought I would share that because it's kind of cute. Paul, let me see your feet. Can you see your feet? I don't know if you can tell, but he has a striped one and a green one, right? You picked 2 different socks today. That's what I get for leaving the linen closet open. And in case you're wondering what that wood is, this is just a really big built-in that Matt made for the pantry drawer just to hold everything. It's like one of those things you don't realize you really need till you move into a space, but I really wish we had a bigger linen closet. That's all we really have to work with. We have those because Matt has a weird obsession with first aid, having everything you could possibly think of on hand. So we needed space for that. All right, buddy, let's close the door. Yeah, you. This is a new game we like to play where I've been saying Paul, Paul. Basically peekaboo. But he says Paul instead of peekaboo. Let me see if I can get him to do it. Where's Paul? 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 Where's Paul? Paul? There you are! Where's Paul? Hey. Let me see. Huh?
Yeah. Huh.
Who's that? Go back here.
Yeah.
Is that Paul? Let's back it up. Who's that? Who's that? You stay there. Who's that? You too close. So if you're looking for some Montessori resources, again, I am not an expert by any means. This is the Audible book that I just started. I read the other one, I think it's Montessori Baby, and it was really good. So this one's the toddler. This is what's getting me kind of back in the mindset of doing Montessori-esque type things. But I wanted to point out two other books. I feel like this is the Montessori Bible, Montessori from Start, and this is by Paula Polk Lillard and Lynn Lillard Jensen. I hope I said that correctly. This is a really good book. And the other one I really like is Teach Me to Do It Myself. This one is by, I don't want to mispronounce this name. This is the author. And then if you're on YouTube, because who isn't, this is a really great channel that I like to watch for Montessori type stuff. I haven't watched it in quite a while, but Hapa Family, I think that's how you pronounce it. She does a lot of really good Montessori videos, so I would recommend checking that one out as well. And this is what I took out from the library the other day, The Henna Artist. I'm only 250 pages in, but it is so good. This is a Reese Witherspoon book club book, I believe. I'll let you know when I finish this how I liked it. Okay, so someone did not want a nap for me, so I don't know how much patience he's gonna have to use the Play-Doh, but I'm gonna go ahead and make it anyway, and we'll see if he's way back there, it's so dark today, if he wants to play with it. It looks like it has to cool down a little bit, so I'm gonna go ahead and make it and then let it sit on the counter, and then we'll just go, I don't wanna say the words, we're gonna go outside for a little bit while it cools, and then we'll come in and see if he wants to play with it. No nap days really are tough for me. I feel like my husband doesn't really understand, but it's like I need that hour to 2 hours to sometimes 3 hours away from another human. It's when I edit, read, pay bills, and when I don't have that, it throws me for such a loop. I will probably just try to do dinner early, get him to bed early. Sometimes that works, sometimes it just backfires, and then I'm upstairs with him for even longer. And then after that, I think I'm going to just literally go in my office, shut the door, and edit and pay bills till it's bedtime, go to bed, and then I'll just sleep in. I've been trying to get up at like 5:30 each morning to do yoga and stuff before little Munchin gets up, but I am like, my anxiety is up really now, in case you can't tell the way I'm talking, but I need that alone time. So, Play-Doh. Let's do some Play-Doh. I'm gonna mix everything in the KitchenAid just to make my life easy, because I'm guessing this is going to be a tough dough. I could be wrong. Okay, so this is 2 cups of all-purpose flour, and this is ½ a cup of salt. I'm not using anything fancy. I'm using the old Morton iodized salt. And this is 2 tablespoons of cream of tartar, 2 tablespoons of vegetable oil. Okay, so I'm just waiting for my water to boil, and I don't have regular food coloring. I just have like these are so old. This is Williams-Sonoma, probably 10 years ago, gel colors. So let's take these to Paul and see what color he wants. And then I'm gonna put this on the mixer. What color would you like for your dough? Huh? Can you pick one? You want green? Good choice. Can I have it? Can I have it? Thank you, buddy. Okay, so I just have the hook attachment on here. I'm just gonna let this go. And actually before I do that, let's add some of the food coloring. I have no idea how much to put in here. It just says food coloring optional. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We'll put, I was about 8 drops. And this is gel food coloring, which is stronger. And the recipe also says you can put a few drops of glycerin in it to help it from sticking. I do not have glycerin, so I'm not putting that in there. And it also says you could put essential oils in here, which is kind of cool, but I'm not gonna do that. I have 1.5 cups of boiling water, and it says to just turn this on and slowly add the boiling water. Make sure I'm plugged in here. So this will just take a few minutes. I think the paddle, this attachment was the wrong one to choose. I'm gonna go grab my paddle attachment. I think it's gonna work better. Okay, so now it says to let this cool. Doesn't say how long. We're just gonna go for a quick walk outside, and then it says to knead it. I don't know what that's gonna do. I'm just not gonna knead it. I'm gonna turn the mixer back on for a couple minutes, so we'll be back. Okay, so I'm gonna call this as done. Here's the texture. I don't know if you can see. I mean, it looks like Play-Doh to me. Actually, it's quite pleasantly warm. So I have a mat on the floor, and we're gonna see if Paul likes it. And before I play on the floor with him and get lost in time, thank you so much for watching. The recipe for the Play-Doh will be listed below.